After 16 seasons of unwavering dedication, the Kansas City Chiefs confirmed the retirement of one of the franchise's most iconic figures. The announcement spread rapidly, creating shockwaves across the NFL media and fan base. This is not merely a roster change, it is the conclusion of an era that shaped team culture, leadership, and competitive identity. Analysts immediately began dissecting the implications, from on-field performance to long-term franchise strategy. The timing of the retirement amplifies its impact, coinciding with a crucial stage in team preparation and league competition. Understanding this moment requires acknowledging the legend's contributions, leadership qualities, and role in defining the Chiefs' modern identity. This announcement signals a transformative moment, reshaping expectations and the trajectory of the franchise. The retiring legend's career is a blueprint of consistency, resilience, and influence. Over 16 years, this player became synonymous with the Chiefs' identity, driving multiple playoff campaigns, record-breaking performances, and crucial victories. Coaches, analysts, and teammates have repeatedly emphasized leadership, professionalism, and the ability to inspire performance under pressure. His contributions extended beyond personal statistics, influencing draft strategy, team morale, and cultural cohesion. Understanding his legacy clarifies why the news resonates profoundly across the NFL. For the franchise, this is more than a departure. It is the end of an institutional era. Observers note that such players leave behind a cultural imprint that defines team standards, expectations, and the ethos of professional football, impacting both fans and organizational strategy. The retirement leaves an immediate leadership vacuum within the Chiefs' organization. This figure not only led on the field, but guided locker room dynamics, mentoring emerging talent, and setting the tone for preparation and performance. Analysts emphasize that transitioning leadership roles during such departures is critical to maintaining cohesion and consistency. With the veteran no longer present, younger players face heightened responsibility to uphold standards and influence team culture positively. Coaches must recalibrate strategies, emphasizing adaptability and communication to maintain operational effectiveness. Observers highlight that leadership transitions can either strengthen or destabilize team dynamics, depending on planning and execution. The Chiefs now confront the challenge of balancing respect for legacy with the need for forward-focused strategic leadership to sustain performance in competitive environments. The departure triggers immediate shifts in team dynamics. Players previously guided by the veteran's example must now adjust to new hierarchies and responsibilities. Practice routines, strategic discussions, and morale management are all affected, emphasizing adaptability and collaboration. Analysts note that organizational culture is tested during transitions, as cohesion, communication, and performance standards become critical. Emerging leaders are called to step forward, reshaping the identity of the locker room and influencing on-field execution. Understanding these dynamics illustrates the complexity of sustaining competitive performance during periods of change. The Chiefs must balance honoring legacy contributions while fostering new leadership pathways. Successfully navigating this phase is essential to preserving strategic consistency, operational effectiveness, and team identity amid the challenges of elite professional football. Fans responded instantly, expressing shock, admiration, and reflection across social media and public forums. Discussions emphasized gratitude for years of exceptional performance while speculating about the future of the franchise. Analysts highlight that fan sentiment shapes public perception, media narratives, and organizational communication strategy. Emotional investment reflects the profound bond between supporters and long-tenured athletes, amplifying the impact of the announcement. Observers noted how fans revisited memorable moments, defining plays and leadership displays that contributed to the player's legacy. Understanding this response underscores the cultural significance of professional sports beyond statistics and results. The retirement marks not only a personal milestone, but a communal moment, shaping collective memory, identity, and the emotional landscape surrounding the Chiefs' history. News outlets rapidly analyzed the retirement, emphasizing its historical significance, leadership impact, and strategic consequences for the Chiefs. Analysts examined career statistics, team influence, and the broader NFL implications, framing the departure as transformative. Coverage highlighted comparisons with other long-tenured athletes, illustrating common challenges in succession, team adaptation, and performance continuity. Understanding media narratives clarifies public perception shaping and the framing of organizational decisions. Observers emphasized ripple effects, including potential roster adjustments, strategic recalibrations, and shifts in team identity. Coverage also explored the timing, emphasizing the rarity of such career conclusions coinciding with competitive junctures. The analysis demonstrates the intersection of performance, culture, and strategy, emphasizing how retirement of a legendary figure transcends individual accomplishment, impacting franchises and league-wide dynamics. A 16-year tenure in the NFL is rare, making this retirement historically significant. Few players maintain high performance, leadership, and cultural impact over such extended periods. Analysts compare this departure to other landmark retirements, revealing patterns of team adaptation, leadership succession, and identity evolution. Understanding the historical context emphasizes the strategic foresight required to manage such transitions successfully. The event situates the Chiefs within a broader narrative of professional football, highlighting the intersection of individual achievement and organizational continuity. Observers note that long-serving leaders leave enduring imprints on team culture, operational strategy, and public perception. This retirement serves as a benchmark in the history of the franchise and the league, illustrating how elite athletes shape organizational and competitive trajectories. Strategically, the Chiefs must adjust offensive and defensive planning to compensate for the loss of a cornerstone figure. Leadership gaps, role reassignments, and tactical recalibrations are immediate priorities. Analysts note that maintaining competitive consistency during transitions requires depth, flexibility, and effective communication. Coaches must integrate emerging talent while preserving core operational principles. Understanding the strategic consequences highlights the intersection of legacy management and forward-focused planning. The franchise faces decisions affecting roster configuration, mentorship structures, and team cohesion. Successfully navigating this period will define competitive resilience and organizational stability. Observers emphasize that elite teams convert such moments into opportunities for growth, reinforcing adaptability, operational strength, and sustainable performance while preparing for future challenges in a rapidly evolving NFL landscape. While retirement signifies loss, it also opens opportunities for younger players and emerging leaders. Backup athletes may assume expanded responsibilities, gaining exposure and accelerating development. Analysts note that transitional periods often catalyze leadership growth, resilience, and skill acquisition. Coaches can experiment with strategic approaches, fostering adaptability and creativity. Understanding these opportunities illustrates how professional franchises turn disruption into advantage. The Chiefs can cultivate new leaders, reinforce culture, and maintain performance standards. Observers highlight the potential for accelerated succession planning, mentorship expansion, and innovation in both offensive and defensive operations. This phase will determine how effectively the organization leverages transition to sustain competitive advantage, shaping the next generation of players and defining the long-term trajectory of the franchise. The retirement of a 16-year legend marks the end of an era and the beginning of a transformative phase for the Chiefs. Leadership, team dynamics, and strategic planning are all reshaped, requiring adaptability and foresight. Fans reflect on legacy, defining moments, and emotional impact, while analysts evaluate operational consequences. Understanding this moment highlights the intricate balance of culture, performance, and strategic foresight in professional sports. Emerging talent gains opportunity, while organizational structures adjust to maintain cohesion and competitiveness. This announcement will influence the Chiefs' trajectory, league dynamics, and public perception. Ultimately, it signals both closure and renewal, honoring remarkable contributions while initiating a new chapter defined by opportunity, adaptation, and the evolution of the franchise in a competitive NFL landscape.